Okay, hello, welcome to Dima, Center for Conscious Living, I think is the title. So I'm actually in the forest here behind the house, and this will be my my second visit on this trip actually. So yeah, the timeline is a bit muddled now, but I went to Dima before the bodywork training, and now I'm back just for a couple days. So yeah, it can be hard sometimes to keep up these video diaries and still being present with everything that's happening. So I'm just gonna have to recap a little bit. So I first went to Dima back in April. Very synchronistically ended up there. You know how things go and just unfold and fall into place, and I ended up in the exact right place at the exact right time. So what Dima is a community, some beautiful people living here in this old house, and they offer a lot of workshops, and the main method here is something that's called Cellular Transformation, hosted by an incredible woman, one of the most inspiring people I've met in my life, I would say. A beautiful leader, beautiful teacher, beautiful human, Jennifer Millar. And this is, it's hard to explain. Let's just start with that. It's kind of hard to put into words what this work is and what it does, but I will try. First of all, I can say, like, the reason I'm coming back here, the reason this is like the main work I want to do for myself, with myself, and with this community, is because it's so real. It's the most real thing I've ever done and exposed myself to. Yeah, I am finding more and more in this, spiritual world, and all these self-development techniques and plant medicines and whatever. Like, I've just found there's so much bypassing. And I'm not just saying that to like judge others, but in myself as well. I've fallen into like patterns of bypassing, looking for shortcuts and just the easy way to get to the end goal without really having to do the work. And when you come to a workshop here, there is just no space for bypassing. There's no hiding, there's no running away. You really just got to show up for real and be real. I guess that's the only prerequisite, here. Be real and be willing to work. And what I have found, when it's real, healing and transformation is often not very pretty, and it's not pleasant. It's hard. It's sticky and it's disgusting and it hurts. But that's the way. That's the only way to get through. To truly transform, to not bypass anything, to make everything visible, to dig out everything, leave no stone unturned, which is obviously terrifying at times. Digging out the deepest shames and the deepest fears and the most traumatizing traumas in your soul and exposing it in front of 30 plus people. So yeah, what we do here is we go into this old wine cellar. It's like a dungeon, really atmospheric, and we sit in a circle, and Jennifer leads us into this work, which is always different. Every session is different. Every process is different. But if anyone is familiar with family constellation, it's, and what I hear, it's based on that, or it kind of comes from that. So it has similarities combined with trauma work, and also inviting in the divine into the mix, which I know might sound strange to many of you watching this, perhaps, but if there's one thing I know, and this is not a belief, is that there is a greater mysterious intelligence in the universe that just it's just everywhere, right? When we have these moments of oneness and, you know, spiritual awakenings, like that's what we feel. We tap into this field of the divine, or of the source, the universe. You know, it doesn't really matter what you call it, but it's there. It's supporting life every moment, every second of every day. And when you verbally invite it in to the space, it just works every time. When you ask from a place of wanting to be better, wanting to grow, wanting to be of service to yourself and to your community, it just works every single time. So we sit in this circle and we just see what's present on the day, what feels present, what feels real. We all get our turn to speak about what's going on in our lives, and we get guided into a process. And the thing is, I can't really share much. It's just too intimate what happens down there. It's too real, too raw. It's not really for anyone else but whoever's down there. But I can say that the first time I went here, I had I would call it a borderline exorcism. I released the deepest, darkest trauma that I've been carrying for 15 years in a huge, wild frenzy of emotion and expression, which just changed my life radically forever since that day, and opened up my heart space to a level I didn't before think possible, giving me space for so much new energy. And when I came back, so this will be a week ago, a little bit over a week ago, I didn't think it would be so dramatic again, but once again I went into a full-blown process to maybe 3 hours. I don't know. It was a long it was brutal, it was tough, it was loud, it was gentle, it was sad, it was strong. And this time I reclaimed my power as a man, as a person. What I realized from the darkness was that when I sat in there, I started feeling that I'd been abused lately in relationships, and all the way back to my childhood, from bullies, just being verbally and emotionally abused my whole life, pretty much. But having that realization was good, but it didn't get to the core issue, and the core issue is what I found here and what I was guided into. And I had a suspicion, but she really led me into the truth here, which is, rather than saying that I've been abused, what's true is that I have allowed myself to be abused. Alright, we're really going into it now, I feel. May as well. So after losing my mother at a young age, I lost that safety and the feeling of home that, you know, most people have with their mothers, you know. And and I've always been very sensitive, always been very tender person. And, you know, bullies prey on that because it's easy to feel powerful, you know, picking on the sensitive people. And I'm not saying, you know, that it's okay in any way for them, and that's been the problem, you know. It's just that I haven't told them that it's not okay, you know. I've allowed it to happen as a child, as a teenager, in my 20s, in relationships, and even as late as this year, I have allowed people to treat me like shit. Because the reason is, when I get close to people, when I feel a sense of belonging and a sense of home, and, you know, I feel that again, that thing that I lost when mom died, and then I cling on to it desperately. Like, I just want to hold on for dear life and not lose it again, because I miss it so much, you know. But that has resulted in me just becoming a people pleaser and not like honoring my own needs, not setting any sort of boundaries, and just allowing myself to be stepped upon and treated like garbage again and again and again and again. Yeah, so taking ownership of that is one of the most powerful things I've ever experienced, and not just being a victim and being like, oh, you know, these people are so mean to me, and there's, you know, it's so unfair, and all these girls treat me like shit when we're together, and blah blah blah, you know. Like, it doesn't matter, because it's, you know, ultimately it's up to me to say no, and to you know, to walk away when it's toxic, when it's unhealthy for me. It's just I haven't, because I've been so desperate to cling on to this this feeling that I lost when I was so young. So with a lot of compassion for that, I have cleansed that from my system now, and I spent a good hour or two down there screaming everything I never screamed, and said everything I wanted to say to all these bullies, all these toxic people in my life, really getting it all out until I could stand fully in my power again, and just I feel like I have a new superpower now, like in my heart. It feels like I have like the key, finally I have like, yeah, the key to the door, my heart door or something, I don't know what to call it, but you know, I had it closed for a very, very long time, just completely closed, and then I learned how to open it, but then I had no idea how to close it. I was too open, I was too inviting, and I did not know how to tell people to leave. But now I feel fully in control. I can open up my heart easily and fully to let people in, but I can just as easily tell them to leave, or if they won't, I will kick them out because they're not welcome. And that is a tremendous, powerful feeling to have that. Yeah, and I feel like I want to apologize if, you know, for some reason anyone watching this and finding themselves here right now is one of these people who have bullied me or emotionally abused me, or been a toxic influence on my life in any way, shape or form. I am truly, truly sorry that I did not tell you to go fuck yourself earlier, or in the moments when it was needed. That I did not tell you to stop, that I did not tell you that it's not fucking okay how you're behaving. I am very sorry I did not speak up at the time. Because that is a disservice to you, making you think that it's okay to be like that, and it has been a great disservice to myself, allowing myself to be treated like that. So yeah, no more. I will have it no more. And yeah, feels fucking fantastic. I feel so safe and stable and home in myself now, like never before, knowing that this is just not going to happen again. I have absolutely zero time and space for these people any longer. Doesn't matter how close we are, how long we've known each other, if we're blood related, like it doesn't matter. There's no space for that. It's not my job to fix anyone. My only job is to set my boundaries and not allow any of that to occur again. Yeah. So that's what I gained from the workshop here, 2.5 days before the bodywork training, and then coming in with that safety in myself to the bodywork was phenomenal. It's such just a strong, safe, open heart going into that space. Gave me the capacity to go even deeper into love and connection like never before, truly. And now I'm back here after the bodywork week at Dima again, just reconnecting with my community, my family here. Blessed with seeing some good friends from Norway who are here visiting as well, and life feels sensationally abundant. And tonight I'm flying to Guatemala to the next adventure, and I feel like I'm going with a very stable mindset and no expectations and no needs, really. I have no needs. I don't feel like I need to go there anymore. I'm doing because I want to, and it's going to be a great experience, I have no doubt, but there's no need, which feels very liberating. Just going to explore and be curious and have fun. Whew, yeah. So that's where we're at. And yeah. Life is strange. I think we'll finish with that. Life is very strange when you live it fully. All right. Next time, see me. I'll be in Guatemala somewhere, and we'll see what happens. Until then, take care wherever you are, whoever you are. Peace.